What's up, everyone? This is Dr. TJ An. Something changed in AI this year, and it matters more for a private practice than it does for almost anybody else on the planet. I'm going to explain why in a second, but first, let me tell you where this is going. In the next video, I'm going to show you an AI answer a real question on a phone, and I'm going to do it with the internet turned completely off. No signal, no Wi-Fi, so you'll see airplane mode on and it still works. So it sounds impossible, right? But it's not. It's sitting in your pocket right now. And here's the truth. Most doctors are using AI in the riskiest way possible, and they have no idea. So in this video, I'm going to show you in a safer way, the way that keeps your data where it belongs inside your practice. So are you ready? Let's get into it. Local AI for private practice, why I run AI in my practice with the internet off. Let's look at some facts to see what's really going on. So right now, when you or your staff type something into ChatGPT or any AI on a website, that message doesn't stay with you. You know, it travels. It goes over the internet to somebody else's server, sits in somebody else's data center, gets processed on somebody else's computer, and the answer comes back. For a regular person, that's just a privacy annoyance. Who cares, right? But you are not a regular person. You run a medical practice, you know. So when, for example, when your front desk pastes a patient's question information into cloud AI to, let's say, help write a reply, that patient's information just left the building. It's on a company server now. You don't own it. You cannot take it back. And on top of that, the price of using these cloud tools keeps climbing. Every month more expensive. So you're renting access and the landlord keeps raising the rent. Now, there's a quote I keep coming back to, Charles Darwin, survival of the fittest, right? And people gets this wrong. It's not the strongest to survive. It's the one who adapts when the environment changes. The environment just changed. So the question is simple. Are you going to adapt or are you going to fall behind? Now, before you panic, let me stop you right there. You might be thinking, TJ, I've seen those videos, the guys with a room full of computers and like $40,000, $100,000 of equipment. But that's not me. I'm a doctor, not a tech guy. Well, so listen, you don't need any of that, not even close. The thing I'm going to show you next week runs on a phone you already own, not a special phone, the phone in your hand right now. And the bigger version, the one that you can handle your whole office, runs on a laptop you probably already have sitting in a drawer. So you're not buying a lab. You already own the hardware. So that's the part nobody tells you. What local AI really is. It's really comparison here, a rented house versus house you own, right? So cloud AI is a rented house. Every time you want something done, you mail it across the internet. In this case, landlord's office, they handle it and then they mail it back. However, they keep those and everything you send passes through their hands and you're paying rent the whole time. So in other words, local AI is different. Local AI runs on your machine, your computer, your phone. So the question you ask and the answer you get never leave the device. It never leaves your practice. They don't go over the internet. They don't touch anybody's server. It's all done right there in the room with you. So that's the whole idea. That's it. The AI never leaves your practice. You know, does that make sense? Because once that clicks, everything else follows. Why does that matter to you, specifically as a private practice owner? So I say 3 reasons. Number 1, privacy. Nothing leaves the building. For a medical office, that's not just a nice to have. That's the whole ball game. Number 2, fix the cost. Well, cloud AI charges you a little toll every single time you use it. Type something, you pay. Type again, you pay. Well, compared to that, local AI, you set it up once and then it just runs 24/7. The only thing you're paying is the electricity to keep your computer on. However, it's very low electricity. So that's it. Number 3, again, it's always on. It never hits a limit. And like nothing like you reached your usage cap, or like please upgrade your plan, or even like let's say internet outage. Then what do you do in your practice? Everything stops? Well, it works when the Wi-Fi is down, internet is down. As long as you have electricity, it works at 2 in the morning. It just works. Private, fixed cost, always on. Think about it. For a practice, that's exactly the list you'd write if somebody asked you to design it, isn't it? By the way, if this is opening your eyes a little, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. This is a whole series. I'm going to walk you through every piece of this step by step in plain English. Well, subscribing is free and it helps me know you want more of this. Now I already know the pushback. I've heard it 100 times. But TJ, isn't the local one dumber? Isn't it slower than factory cloud AI? Well, you know what? Right now, a little bit, yeah. However, AI that runs on your own machine is just a step behind the big cloud model on the hardest tasks. But here's the thing. That's the wrong test. You're not asking this thing to diagnose a patient. You're not asking it to make a medical decision. You are asking it to run your back office, answer a staff question, summarize a policy, draft a reminder, handle the boring admin stuff that eats your team's day. For that, it's already darn good enough, more than good enough, and it's getting smarter and faster every few months. So the small gap you see today is closing fast. So don't let a temporary gap talk you out of permanent advantage. I want to say something and I want you to really hear this because it ties back to something I've said before on this channel. A while back, I made a video called Why I Won't Let AI Touch My Patient Charts. Remember that? I'll put a link here. And I stand by every word. I don't want AI anywhere near my clinical records. That's a line I don't cross. So here's the truth. And this is the whole point of today's video. Well, first, a safe place to put AI in your practice is your operations, not your charts. Your scheduling, your front desk, your policies, your admin. A local AI keeps even a lot more private, so nothing leaves the building. So that's the answer. I raised the concern. This is the solution. You get all the help and then you give up none of the privacy. So next week, I'm going to stop talking and start showing. I'm going to pull out my phone. I'm going to open a free app that anybody can download in 2 minutes. And I'm going to ask it a real question. Then right in front of you, I'm going to turn on airplane mode, no internet, no signal. So watch what happens. So that's real. That's running in your pocket with the internet off. And that's just the beginning. So here's what to do. If you want to actually set this up, comment the word local down below in the comment. Just local, L-O-C-A-L. That tells me you are serious and it tells me to keep the walkthroughs coming. And subscribe so the next video shows up for you because that's where I put it in your hands. So listen, the environment changed. You can adapt or you can wait and watch it get more expensive and more locked down. I know which one I'm doing. So I'll see you in the next one.